This is Amy Chan from CakeDecoratingSchool.com, and if you like cake decorating, you're in the right place. If you're interested in these products, check out the links in the description. In this video, we're going to be talking about our favorite spatulas. So these are just some great rubber spatulas. We keep a variety on hand, and some of them we like better than others, and some of them serve different purposes. So the first thing I want to talk about is sometimes where the spatula goes into the rubber head, you'll see that there's a raised ridge around that portion. This not my favorite kind of spatula. I ended up buying these because I needed something with a long handle at the time, and they were really inexpensive. And although they've held up really well, they're a little more difficult to clean, and the rubber isn't quite as flexible as I'd want it to be. It's a little on the thick side, especially on the edges. So I find it doesn't clean the bowl as well, and it's also more difficult to clean, and sometimes I can get hard to remove batter or other things in there, and it just requires more effort to scrub it. So typically, I like things that have a smooth surface across here, and you can see it just has a slight raised portion, but there's no defined ridge. So there's no place for that batter to get stuck. These also have a nice tapered edge, right? And a nice rounded blade at the front. So they clean really, really well. And in general, I just buy these simple flat kind in a variety of handle lengths with a variety of blade sizes so that I have the appropriate ones for the job. There are also ones you can get with curved blades. This is great if you're going to be scooping something or you have something that you need to transfer that's maybe a little runnier. I bought these a while back, and I like that, you know, there's no raised portion where there's indents for stuff to get stuck, but they're not quite the best spatulas, and they haven't aged quite as well. And the reason that I brought these all out is because I bought them all relatively at the same time. So the Rubbermaid ones that I spent a little more on have actually held up a lot better. And they have one feature that I really love, which is this little curved indent in the back. And you might be wondering what that's for. So I brought a bowl to show you. And literally it's for cleaning the top edge of your bowl or a pot. So it just has that extra functionality that's really, really great and gives you a really, really effective product to use. So it's just great cleaning the bowl. The spatula blades are nice and flexible, right? So it makes your job a little bit easier. And since I've had these for several years and I've used them quite a bit, you can see every once in a while there's a nick in the rubber on the blade. And that comes from really, really heavy use. I beat them up a lot because we're a very active cake studio. And all that means is it's time to invest in a new one with a nice good edge, right? So after a while, you will have to replace them, but I find that when I spend less, I have to replace them more often than when I spend a little more. So it is a good idea to invest a little more in your spatulas if you're going to use them for really heavy uses, especially the handles. You'll notice will be much, much sturdier. When I buy the cheap ones at, say, the dollar store, I tend to snap the handles. The other thing they have on the back is a little rest. So if you're in the middle of a project and you don't want to leave it down in the bowl because it might slide in, you can actually rest it up on the side of the bowl or a pot, because then the blade is over your bowl and anything that drips will drip right back down in it, but you can't lose your handle into the bowl then. So they have some nice features. I buy my handles generally all in red. If you're doing anything, say in your cake studio where you are maybe working with meringues or something of that nature and also working with buttercreams, these do come in a variety of handle colors, so you can actually color code yours so that you're not mixing up those things and you don't run into problems with the consistency on your products. If you like this video and you'd like to check out more about the materials and equipment we use in cake decorating, or just a little about cake decorating itself, you can follow us on Insta or YouTube at Cake Decorating School. If you're interested in yearly membership and what it entails, you can go to www.cakedecoratingschool.com to find out more. And if you're interested in these products, you can check out the links in the description.